Hey guys, it's Daniel. Welcome back.
The following is from Soundgarden's original bassist, Hiro Yamamoto, as to how Chris Cornell ended up joining the band that would become Soundgarden. This quote is from Greg Prado's book, Grunge is Dead. Quote, Chris Cornell answered an ad as a singer, and he needed a place to stay, so he ended up moving into my house, and we started jamming. We used to go upstairs, I played bass, he'd play drums, and we just jammed for hours on end. So that's kind of how it started. Chris was younger than myself and Kim Thayil. He was just a kid. He might have dropped out of high school. He was young and quiet. He really liked to keep to himself. Me and Kim would sit around, drink beer, and watch David Letterman. Chris, on the other hand, was more private. He liked to disappear in his room and think. Now, Kim didn't live at that house. He lived in a different place. It was 18th and Roosevelt. That's when Soundgarden started. In that house. End quote. The following is from Kim Thayil regarding Chris Cornell's early days in Soundgarden. This is also from Grunge is Dead. Quote, Chris had been a drummer in bands and wanted to try singing. Chris at some point knew it was a waste of time, but he also knew it was an opportunity to not play drums and practice singing in front of 20 or 30 people. Chris had a really good voice, but I had no interest in doing anything musical with the guy because it seemed to me that Chris really wanted to be in a bar band. In any case, eventually I went by Hiro's house and jammed with them. And immediately, everything clicked. The first day we jammed, we wrote 2 songs. Stylistically, it didn't sound like anything any of us had heard. It wasn't the heavy stuff we ended up doing. Everybody was interested in their contribution. Everyone liked the material we came up with and how it supported their interest in their instrument. And Chris, at this time, we didn't realize yet he had lyrical ideas. So we had these songs that were entirely arranged instrumentally that were very interesting. So we said, let's do it again tomorrow. We were very happy, very satisfied. We were all smiling. It was so much fun. The next day, we wrote 3 songs. So in 2 days and a case of beer, we wrote 5 songs. They're all songs that we ended up playing live and recorded, but none of them were released on vinyl. But that's where it ended. Those 2 days and those 5 songs. I still had to finish my last quarter at the University of Washington. I still had this new relationship, and I was still working full-time at this Native American Cultural Center. I was also working at the radio station at the University of Washington. Hiro and Chris started calling me over the next couple of weeks. Dude, let's go jam again next week. I can't, I gotta work. And they would call again the next day. It was weird because they seemed really eager. Hiro was calling a lot and even Chris called a couple of times. And then I started feeling pressured. I'd say, well man, I've got all this stuff going on. I think maybe in a couple of days I can come by. And Hiro started getting mad. I guess he told Chris, screw Kim, he's kind of flaky. It's kind of hard to motivate him to do things. Eventually, he confronted me. I thought it was weird, he acting like a jealous girlfriend. Are you my boyfriend or not? I was like, yeah, I liked what we did. I liked it a lot. I'm really busy though, man. I've got to work. But I came by eventually and jammed again. And this time, maybe came up with 1 song idea. They wanted me to commit. I was able to practice with them 3 nights a week eventually. I lost my job because I was spread too thin. Now I had no money, but was able to rehearse with these jerks. By 2 months, we had 4-track to cassette of 15 songs. We called it The First 15. Our first gig was 2.5, 3 months later.